1, 2, 3, action. What is up guys, Farhan here with Sa once again, and today we have Mark here. How are you, Mark?
Hello, I'm good.
Thank you so much for coming out.
Thank you.
And this is Mark's bike, the Trident 660.
Yeah.
And he's actually selling it, which is why we are doing this review. And you're selling it this Friday, right?
This Friday, yes.
Wow, why? Yeah, just curious.
I initially wanted something middleweight. So I came across 660 and it was something that I wanted.
Okay.
But at the end of the day, I think that this bike is not enough for me.
Oh,
that's why I'm selling back. But it's a good bike in overall, I would say.
So before Mark actually tells us a story about his Trident 660, we can give a bit of background about it.
Following a 4-year development program and launched in 2020, the Trident 660 is a naked motorcycle built to compete with the middleweight sector, competing with the Yamaha MT-07 and Kawasaki Z650. Engine is a 760cc liquid-cooled inline 3-cylinder DOHC with fuel injection and a 6-speed manual transmission. In Singapore, owner Mark informed that there are currently 3 Trident 660s in the country.
Alright guys, so shout out to our sponsor Liqui Moly.
Do check out their online store for awesome motorbike care related products.
Support us by clicking on the link below to view the range of products.
Or use our promo code upon checking out.
Alright, so Mark, honestly speaking, I've never seen this bike before. It's my first time seeing it.
It's my first time hearing it.
Hearing it also. So Trident, as you can see in the logo, is a fork. Supposed to be a fork. It's really in the name. Then why you get yourself this bike actually?
Before I was riding this, I rode a Super Duke 1290 and that was one of the best bikes I ever owned. And subsequently I get to a bit of trouble with the samans and all. So I told my wife maybe it's time to tone down a little bit.
Okay.
And then I got myself an Africa Twin 2020. It was a big elephant for me, so it kind of tames me down a little bit. At the same time I had a little Forza 300, but after that I sold my Forza off to a friend. So I needed something that is small and nimble for daily ride.
I see.
So back in October 2020, they have this news about Trident coming out with an entry-level bike. Did some research. They actually used the old 675 speed triple engine. They detuned a little bit to 660 and made it into an entry-level bike.
Oh, okay. This is an entry-level bike?
For Triumph, yes.
Oh, what?
Okay.
Are you kidding me? This doesn't look like
entry level.
This is like advanced, bro.
I mean,
and from what I read, it came out this year. And then it's actually
I think for the European market, this will be entry level bike lah.
It's actually based on a prototype. Interesting to note, it's actually meant to rival the MT-07 and Kawasaki 650 and also the Honda CB 650R. I think all those are not sold in Singapore. We never really heard about it.
Yes.
And this is the only one that is being sold in regards to its competition.
Actually, I'm the third in Singapore to own this bike.
Oh, I see.
Okay.
One of 3.
One of 3, yes.
One of 3.
Oh, so there's
So far,
3 in Singapore.
Yes.
3 registered in Singapore.
3 registered
Okay. Okay, that's cool, man.
So, is this pedal imported or
No,
with the dealer?
it's with the dealer. I got it from Ma Motors. So the machine price was at 17.5. I got the COE at 8K. So total is about 25.5.
Okay.
Lucky you buy at that time, sir. If not,
but still, I mean, what difference does it make? Just $700 difference.
for the $80,000 bike lah.
How would you describe its performance in terms of its acceleration, torque, maneuverability, agility?
I have only ridden 700 kilometers so far.
Still breaking in.
Still in the running in mode. So for Triumph, this bike itself, when you do running in, the first 500 kilometers, they are limiting your RPM to 4,000, but they don't limit in a hard way. It just flashes the RPM once you hit more than 4,000.
Okay.
But they didn't say you must not hit above 4,000. You can still vary your RPM. It was a torture for me because at 4,000, this bike goes up to 80 kilometers per hour.
Okay.
And I traveled to work and it was kind of hard, but I didn't really,
So you stuck at gear 2?
No, so I vary the RPMs once in a while. I go above 4. So once you hit 500 kilometers, it unlocks to RPM 5,000. And that was slightly better. You can go up to about 100. And that was better. For horsepower wise, on paper it's about 80.
Okay.
I would say it feels good. This is my first inline 3 engine actually. Yeah, I did want to try how inline 3 engines are, and I think Triumph are one of the best, better manufacturers.
So why didn't you take the MT series bikes?
But the more, somewhat it's a more mainstream bike as compared to Triumph. Don't mind me saying this lah.
Actually, MT-09 did came across my mind, but the new facelift, I didn't really like the facelift.
You don't like Transformer?
No, I like, but not on the bike lah.
Okay.
Performance-wise, I would say it's a very nimble bike. It's very light. I think 189 kg
Wow.
wet weight. Yes.
That's surprisingly light.
But it feels a bit too light for me lah.
Does the power to weight ratio actually, match with the, it go together? Because sometimes bike too powerful it's light you can accidentally
Really?
use something.
I would say the ratio is pretty good lah.
Really balanced.
The power is actually very linear, very smooth.
I see. So it's not like the Yamaha MT series where it's top
No.
heat,
No.
Yeah.
So I myself actually is I like something with torque.
Okay.
So no wonder you want to sell it off.
So you want to sell it off because it just doesn't have enough power that you are looking for lah.
Actually, for daily ride, I would think this is a very nice bike, and for beginners, because actually the throttle response feels a bit laggy in the initial start, and it's meant to do that purposely by Triumph.
Okay.
But that's not something I want lah. Yeah.
Okay.
And a few things that came to my mind before I decided to sell was the seating posture for me. I'm actually 1.73. When I sit on it, it was okay for a while, but then towards the end, I feel that I was a little bit cramped up, my legs. Yeah, and at certain points, my shin area was actually touching the engine, and I was squatted a little bit.
Okay.
So I don't know whether is it my problem or the bike's problem. Yeah. It wasn't very comfortable for me. I mean, I could sit a bit higher backwards. Yeah, didn't really like it.
Alright, so we are standing near to the bike right now, and you can really feel the heat.
Yes.
I mean,
It's very warm, so I can imagine, like you say just now, since you are sitting, your feet, your shin area does get a bit hot.
Yes, it does.
especially in stop-go traffic.
Correct. In expressway, not so bad. Stop-go traffic, yes, I do feel the heat.
How about accessories for the Triumph Trident? Triumph Trident, sorry. Is there a lot of it in the market, given that it's a new bike?
You wanted to say Triumph Tiger, right?
So when I got this bike from Ma, they did come in a few packages. I actually do have the fly screen, but I took it out because I
Okay.
didn't really like it. They came with a quick shifter as well. I think that's about it. Yeah.
So
But
basically, this is a Street Fighter lah.
more cafe racer, street kind of, yeah.
But
Street.
I think from what you have mentioned, it's like, I know you mentioned it's a cafe racer, but then it's more,
Naked bike.
it's
I
built
think.
towards a Street Fighter kind of thing.
Is it?
What do you reckon? Looking at the setup right here.
Personally, I think it's more like towards the naked bike, naked bike series,
Oh, I see.
Not to a Street Fighter, because a Street Fighter will have a more hulky, aggressive
stance,
look.
yeah.
Yes,
To me, the engine looks beastly lah.
I think it's just the wider tank lah.
yes.
Talking about wide fuel tank, how much can it hold, and how far according to paper, how far can it go?
So the fuel capacity is 14 liters. During running in, it does run a bit lesser. So my first top up was at 200 kilometers.
Okay.
Yeah. But the interesting thing is the low fuel indicator will come out when you have 2 bars left.
Wow.
But it's not reserved. Yeah. So I went
okay.
until a bit more left 1 bar, then I go for a top up. So currently, so far, I would say about 20 to 25 kilometers per liter, which is quite okay lah.
Given that it's a 2020 era's bike, is it packed with electronics? I can see like there's the buttons like macam can toggle like
Yeah
that.
lah, that's why.
Like PlayStation,
Actually, not really. Being a entry level bike,
Okay.
the electronics are actually quite basic. I mean, the TFT display is very classic, very straightforward. Whatever details you have there, you want to see, it's all there.
And it's raining.
Yeah.
You wanna
So-
shift
Shall we continue the interview?
inside?
Okay,
Sorry.
it's okay.
Sorry guys, we have to shift inside here because it started reserving, but then it stopped. So we're just gonna continue the interview here. So Ahmad, let's continue about the fuel consumption lah. And then on the highway or when you're riding in city traffic, is it nimble? Like can you go do a L course, a crank course or something?
It is very light, nimble, but the turning radius for the handlebar not very big.
Yeah, I can see.
Yeah.
Even at
So
the
of course maybe
most
not,
at its most what you can actually turn a little bit more.
Yeah.
From here you can see lah. It's actually has a very wide turning radius.
So these bike end mirrors, right? They come with stock. Is it stock?
It comes with the stock one actually comes like the standard ones, but this one is included in the package. Yes.
Yeah.
Let's recall back the question before it started raining.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
My question is it? So being a 2020s era bike, is it loaded with electronics?
Not really. For this entry level bike, the basics are all there, but you do not have electronic suspensions and whatnot. LED lights are basic. You have your ABS. What else? That's about it.
Yeah, I see. And then this one, the toggle here, like what? Like PlayStation, sir.
Like you can play game like
This is to go through the menu lah.
Oh, okay.
Different maps. Yeah.
Oh, you mean for the setting here lah?
Okay, but it looks small lah.
It is lah, but the essential things that you want to see would be there.
Have you been on any bike forums related to the Trident 660 or maybe overseas? You know, as you said just now, in Singapore only 3 registered owners.
Correct.
Right. So there's not much knowledge to go around in Singapore. Perhaps maybe in European forums or bike groups.
I've been on some Facebook pages with Trident 660 groups. So far, no issues. The only thing that people are coming out is how to put your luggage, and stuff.
Okay.
And I think being a new bike, yeah. So nothing much we can see lah for now.
From here, it looks like the FZ16, sir, for the European market.
You're right.
From here.
My first impression that it looks like a Yamaha MT-15.
MT-15? Oh, for me, I see it's like the FZ16, the earlier version.
In terms of the size is really close to the MT-15.
I think this is for the...
That's why I stayed in 65. And yeah, guys, nowadays class 2B look very big, but the class 2 already getting smaller and smaller. I don't know why. Well, I know you are selling this away in like a few days. What's your message to the next owner, perhaps?
This is actually really a fun bike. I actually love it, but I'm looking for something else actually. Yeah.
Something that has, meet your expectation lah.
Yeah, the next level kind of.
Then who you reckon this bike is for actually?
Actually, for new class 2 riders, it will be a nice choice lah, because of the very smooth power curve. I think I'll recommend this.
Talking about the quick shifter, is the quick shifter up only or up and down?
Both ways.
So Mark, I want to thank you for coming down to review your bike with us. I know there's nothing much we can talk about because this bike is fairly new in the market. And usually for our bike reviews, they usually look at the angle from an owner's experience lah. And most of the time, usually it's owners who are really who have
more experience into the bike.
Bikes lah. But still, I just want to thank you for coming down. I mean, I know you're selling it. At least you get a keepsake, of yourself with this bike.
Yeah, true, quite true. And then, even with little experience that he has, at least he can explain about what the bike is about, right? And maybe the next potential owners or those who are interested in the Trident 660 will use this video as a deciding factor.
Because it's a shame if this bike isn't unsellable and left at the shop. I wish maybe somebody maybe you trade in. Another guy see the next day somebody see, okay, I buy. Okay, so Mark, my final question. What's your best memory so far in your 1 month of using it?
Best memory is when smaller bikes think that I'm small and they want to there was one Super 4 that we were at the traffic light together and he started whacking off, and after that I also followed
Why the class 2 like to intimidate all the class 2B riders? I don't know why.
That's why.
Then you get a lot of looks.
Do a lot actually. Yeah, especially the smaller CC bikes.
I see. So they thought it's a Triumph. Triumph got class 2B, padahal this one 660,
Yeah, there's no like indication,
That's why. But it does have the class 2 engine. That's the only thing that you can tell it's a class 2 .
And I think
maybe perhaps the name itself Triumph, Triumph, everybody okay lah, almost every every rider knows that Triumph is the big bikes,
Yes, they never come out with class 2, class 2B bike one. Yeah, correct. So that's all for the vlog. Thank you, Mark, so much for coming out to review the bike with us. Apologies if the second half of this video is like echoey and whatever. So because it started raining but then it stopped. But it's really not.
That's right.
Any riders want to review the bike with us, you can touch us on our social media pages below.
And if you have anything else to comment, put it in the comment section below. Do like and share this video if you're riding kakis, and don't forget to subscribe. And if you want to get our sponsors, do check out our sponsors, Liquimoli, for the awesome products and great discounts with your bi-weekly offers. Click on the link below, or you can use our promo code and get 10% off for your next purchase.
Yeah, that's it for the vlog, and we will see you in the next one.